Good afternoon, this is HorseRacingNation.com editor Jared Horak, and welcome to my first in a series of videos devoted to 2011 Kentucky Derby Top 10 contenders. Today is Wednesday, October 6, 2010. I know many of you will say that maybe it's a little bit early to do a Top 10 Derby list. However, do note that 7 of the last 10 Kentucky Derby winners broke their maiden by October 4th, including the last 5. So since we're already at October 6th, there's a pretty good chance that we've already seen the 2011 Kentucky Derby winner actually win a race. So let's get right into my action now and go right to the list. Sitting on top of my list is going to be Stay Thirsty. This is a Todd Pletcher trainee. He's a son of Bernardini. He's going to be one of 2 Bernardini offspring to be part of my top 10 list. And he finished second in the Hopeful. He does own a promising route pedigree. Do note that last year, one of my early contenders, I picked Escondrea. Actually, he was my 2009 Breeders' Cup Juvenile selection last year. So I thought that, based on his pedigree and connections, that he had a good shot. I feel the same way about Stay Thirsty. I think this horse is going to continue to get better. He's going to go next in the Champagne at Belmont Park on Saturday, and I expect him to run a good race and continue to develop into next year. Sitting second on my list is going to be Uncle Mo. He's a son of Indian Charlie, and he did earn a 102 buyer speed figure in a big maiden win on the Travers undercard. And he's going to take on his stablemate Stay Thirsty in the Champagne. Todd Pletcher trains Stay Thirsty and Uncle Mo. Both of them seem to have bright futures ahead of them. Sitting third on my list is going to be Pathfork. This horse is coming in from Ireland. He did win a Group 1 race in Ireland at the Curragh. He does have a decent dirt pedigree, and they think that they may bring this horse for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. His sire is Distorted Humor, so that there's a good chance that he could end up liking dirt, and this is one you could look for. Since the Breeders' Cup Juvenile's at Churchill, at the Kentucky Derby as well, it's a good chance to see if this horse can like dirt and how he stacks up against the U.S. contenders. Sitting fourth on my list is going to be Boys of Tuscanova. And he's a son of Officer. Do note that Officer did much of his best work around one turn, and offspring of Officer seen better sprinting as well. Boys of Tuscanova, he did beat my top Derby contender, Stay Thirsty. He did beat him in the Hopeful at Saratoga. Just a question, how far does he want to go? He's probably going to run in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile as well, so that'll be an early route test for this one. Sitting fifth on my list is going to be Jay Cito, the son of Victory Gallop. He did figure to like 2 turns. I actually picked him in the Norfolk Stakes last time, and he did get the job done. He turned the tables on JP'sGusto, who had beaten him down at Del Mar, so he came back at over a route of ground in the Norfolk. He was able to beat that one. I like the fact that the Mike Mitchell trainee, he raced wide throughout in the Norfolk, was still able to get the job done. He could try dirt as well in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's been running on synthetic. We'll have to see how he handles dirt. We definitely know he can route, and he's a promising contender as well. Sitting sixth on my list, To Honor and Serve. This is the second son of Bernardini on my list. He did get a 95 buyer speed figure when he broke his maiden at Belmont Park last time. This one's trained by Bill Mott. He does have a decent pedigree, good connections. He's already run fast, so look for him to do some damage later down the road in the stakes ranks. Sitting seventh is going to be JP'sGusto, the son of Successful Appeal. JP'sGusto had won 4 stakes races in a row prior to running second in the Norfolk. His pedigree really is geared towards sprint. He was an early bloomer. I expect that the rest of the crop will continue to get better and probably surpass him over a route of ground. So there is a chance that maybe the connections will see if he doesn't continue to move forward over a route. Maybe they'll turn him back into sprints and he'll continue to do well next year in the sprint ranks. Sitting eighth on my list is going to be Sway Away, the son of a Fleet Alex. He did run second in the Best Pal. That was on August 8th. Hasn't run since then, but he has bred the route. Maybe they'll stretch him out down the road. I'll look for him to do some damage in some route races. Ninth on my list is Astrology, a son of AP Indy. Steve Asmussen trains this one. He did break his maiden at Saratoga, then he came back last time and finished third in the Garden State Stakes at Monmouth Park. That was on September 25th. I'm going to look for him to continue to develop as well. That was a little bit of a disappointing effort at Monmouth, but he does have that good route pedigree, and he should continue to develop. He's only run 3 races. And rounding out my top 10 is going to be Major Gain. Major Gain, a son of More Than Ready. This one did win the Arlington, Washington Futurity for trainer Wayne Catalano, and he's going to go next in the Breeders' Futurity at Keeneland on October 9th. If you would like to view my video, I have a companion to this video a blog that I have at pick6blog.com, and that also will include the top 5 fillies. So if you go over to pick6blog.com, you can view my companion blog to this video. For a comprehensive list of the top 250 two-year-olds, that also includes routes, video, and photos, you can go over to horseracing.nation.com. I'll be back next week. I'm going to update this video since the Champagne's going to be running in the Breeders' Futurity, so there may be some changes in my top 10. I'll come back and review those races next week. Until then, this is Jared Horak. Good luck at the races.